What's up, guys? Thanks for watching another Jags video cast. Today we're breaking down Laviska Shenault Jr., the Jaguars pick in round 2 at pick 42. Before we jump into it, though, I would like to plug our social media. You can follow us on Twitter. We're at Another Jags Pod, Instagram, Another Jags Podcast, and make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel for all of the future film breakdowns we come in. We hope you enjoy. Leave a comment and a thumbs up and tell us what you think. All right, well, let's jump right into it. Now, I like Laviska, or Viska as he's known, size. 6'1.5", 225, big, tall receiver. It's what you want out of a receiver, a guy that's especially as physical as him. But the elephant in the room was that his 2018 stats were much, much better than 2019. If you look at his 2018 stats, it's looking like he had 1,000 yards receiving, 115 yards rushing, and only 9 games in 2018. 2018, the coaches for the team were Kurt Roper and Mac McIntyre. So much more of an offensive-minded coach. He did have some injuries between 18 and 19. In 2019, the coaches was Jaguar legend Mel Tucker. And in those 2019, he only had 764 yards and 161 yards receiving. Now, again, this happens when players have injuries. This happens when players have coaching changes and new offense and new systems. But definitely 2018, he was used much more out of the backfield. He was used much more in space, getting the ball in his hands. 2019, they kind of more lined him up on the outside, NFL prototypical type of receiver. You can kind of tell his stats dropped off that, and injuries would be the thing. So he is super athletic, a super strong runner. And the thing that sticks out is not only that he's athletic and strong, because you can find guys like that in high school, but the things that separate elite wide receivers are things like body control, focus, concentration, soft hands, hand-eye coordination, vision, intelligence, being able to conceptualize route concepts. Those are the things that really separate receivers from college to the pros, and you can see Laviska has these things, and we'll see it here. The versatility of where he can line up. If you look here on your screen, right here, he's lined up in the slot to the boundary, and this was all in one game against Nebraska. Lined up in the slot to the boundary, lined up in the wildcat here in goal line situations. He's going to go on to move into the H-back roll off of the line of scrimmage to the boundary, and then he also lines up in the stack in the back of the stack in the slot position, your traditional Z spot, to the boundary as well. And then finally, you're going to see him line up on the line of scrimmage to the field in the slot. And so you see that he has versatility to line up. All these different positions he was lined up in one game against Nebraska. But we'll see that he has a lot of different things that he can do. So in this first film clip here I want to look at, you can see his concentration, his focus, his hand-eye coordination, and his soft hands. They're going to be playing Washington here, and Washington is lined up in a cover 1. They're one high safety here. He's manned up to the field. The corner's kind of put himself in a bad position here. He doesn't really have much help, and he's going to be in press on a guy who's significantly faster than he is. And he's lined up on the line of scrimmage, and he's not even going to try to get any hands on him. And when we play, the cornerback just goes to bail immediately. Like, if you're going to go bail at the snap, why not line up off? Why not line up 5 yards off, 7 yards off if you know that's going to happen? I realize that it's a 2nd and 1, but 2nd and 1, you got to be thinking they're taking a shot here, right? And look, this is a lot of field on a quick throw the DB can make a play on. So he's just going to open up. And the DB, if we go back, the DB actually does a pretty poor job using his body and leverage. Like, the quarterback for Colorado is going to throw the ball in a pretty bad spot, but Laviska Shenault still makes a great play on the ball. And this is what I'm talking about, the hand-eye coordination in the soft hands. Like, this ball probably shouldn't have been caught. It was a bad throw. Montez should have thrown it more to the boundary, but Laviska makes a catch pretty much on the DB's back shoulder, which is a pretty impressive play. And those are the type of plays that separate NFL receivers from college receivers, because they can make plays like this while the ball is in the air. Laviska Shenault's ability to high point the ball and catch it in traffic is a thing of beauty, right? This next play we're going to see against USC. And here we're going to see his hand-eye coordination, his ability to focus with the ball in the air. the DB is going to be playing off, and they're in a man, right? So they both know they're in man here. It's second and goal, and it's pretty interesting. See, Colorado used the fade route to Laviska Shenault so much that teams started kind of guessing it and started kind of playing it here. Because in any given situation, your defensive back wants to play inside leverage on the receiver because he wants to take away the slant. The slant in man is your worst enemy because you can't stop it if they get a good release. So Laviska's going to get a nice little shimmy here. He's going to fake the inside move here. Doesn't do much to trick the DB. The DB is going to stay in a pretty good mirror position here, and he's going to make a play on the ball, or he's going to try to. And Shenault makes a nice bobble to try to catch the ball. Ultimately, he's going to be ruled out of bounds, but look at this focus, his ability to tap the ball in the air. He almost gets 2 feet down. I mean, he's like an inch away from getting 2 feet in bounds. NFL catch right there. Thing of beauty. And look, I mean, the DB really shouldn't have been cheating it that much. And again, another poor throw from Montez. I mean, that's one thing we're going to see over and over again from this clip is that the quarterback did not do him any favors. But here's the beauty of cheating the fade route, and you know that as an offense, right? So Shenault knows that they're cheating the fade route and the vertical here. Chenault's actually not going to be in your screen right here. He's at the bottom of the screen. He's not in the clip. But look, now, because they're cheating it so hard, he's the ability to take a slant and house it for a touchdown. So you see, he can set you up with a acrobatic bobbling catch in the back of the end zone, and then when you start to cheat that vertical, he can then play the slant, poor tackle, then just gets upfield. But this is what happens when you beat people on the fade, and they're scared that you're going to do that. You can put again. You don't need a little shimmy move out. Look how he's on the outside shoulder here. Terrible angle to the ball. He's going to take it to the house. I mean, he has the speed to do that, and that's something that you're always going to want from a receiver. All right, this next play is going to be another example of a slant touchdown. This one's going to be against Air Force. So if we look at where he's lined up here, he's again going to be on the outside. Okay, this is where he lined up a lot in 2019. His 2018 film made a lot of catches out of the backfield, came out of the backfield sweeps, little things like that. But here they try to kind of use him in a more prototypical sense here. And again, I mean, your defensive back's playing 7 yards off of the line of scrimmage. It looks like they're trying to show it too high, but it looks like with the trips formation out here to the field, the defense is going to kind of declare what they're kind of doing. I guess you could maybe cover 6 here. Yeah, because he's going to roll to the middle of the field. Looks like a little quarter half thing going here. But Shenault is going to get a nice little release on the slant, catch the slant, but now he's going to turn outside. He's strong enough to defeat the tackle and get upfield. I realize the level of talent at Air Force is not NFL talent, but still, I mean, something has to be said for the ability to break tackles and then get into the end zone. Nice little slant route here. Terrible tackle. 2 tries to tackle his own guy. He takes out his own guy. I mean, that's pretty bad right there. But again, strong runner, good catch, has the vision to look upfield to make the run after the catch for a touchdown. All right, this next play looks like that they are playing against Nebraska here, and here we're gonna see where a very, very clean release from Shenault. So I think when they back up the film, they are going to be in a trips here, so he is the slot here on the line of scrimmage, and they're going to be in, I think, a cover 1 here, and they have the nickel corner playing man up on Shenault. Now this nickel corner is a little bit smaller than Shenault, so he's going to probably try to get some hands on him, but man, if you're Colorado and you see this matchup, I mean, you're going to be looking for the vertical here, right? So we'll get a better view of this in a second. And this is just his ability to track the ball in the air, make an over-the-shoulder catch, and just make a beautiful play on the ball. Beautiful catch there. I mean, that's an NFL-level catch there. I mean, catching it over your shoulder. So here's the view that I like the best here, okay? So here we can see where they're lined up in their cover 1 here. They're man here, 1 high. This is just a bad defensive formation for Nebraska, in my opinion. They put the nickel on Shenault here on the line of scrimmage. Nice little outside release. Look, not a super move there. You know, a little shimmy and gets outside. But I mean, if that's all it takes. If you can outrun him to the spot, that's all it takes. If you can make a catch like this, you're good to go. Again, that's what separates NFL talent receivers, is their ability to find the ball in the air, their vision, their intelligence, their focus, their coordination. I mean, that's elite level coordination right there. All right, so I like this play against UCLA because this is an NFL level catch, and you'll see what I mean. I'm just going to let it play through. So Shenault is going to get a nice little release. He's going to run just a little out route here. Gets his legs undercut while being tackled, and he still is able to make the catch. This is what's going to happen in the NFL. You're going to get hit, and you're going to have to catch the ball in traffic, and it's going to happen over and over and over again. The NFL is fast, and they can cover, and they're going to hit you when you catch the ball. So I like what we're going to see here. So he's lined up in the slot on the line of scrimmage. This is almost a stack, right? So he's almost going to be stacked with 18. The defensive back is playing with his back to the boundary, which kind of tells us that they're probably in some sort of zone here. Nice little corner route. Looks like a little 10-yard corner. One realizes that he's gotten beat on the smash concept. This safety probably is not going to be able to get over the top here. The corner is going to try to bail into this zone. Not a bad throw. Look at this little gap here, this little area to catch the ball. Great focus here. High points the ball. He knows he's about to get hit. He knows he's probably going to get undercut if he goes up for the high point catch here. And he does. He makes the catch, gets hit, comes down, lands with the ball. I mean, that's what you're going to have to do at the NFL. You're going to get hit. You're going to have to make that catch. All right, this is our last play for Laviska. So we've seen his ability to do all sorts of things. Catch the slant, catch the vertical, play the ball in the air, good hand-eye coordination, release from the press, all these sorts of things. So here we're going to see him line up in the cornerback position. He's going to actually run a zone read. And if the Jaguars and they have some, if the offense is going to look to do some things innovative, which I think they will try to do, with Jay Gruden, then I think they'll line him up in this Taysom Hill sort of zone read package. I would love to see it. Look, this is 4th and 2 against USC. This is something that is a make or break. Look at the score, 24-21. 10 minutes left to go in the game, the third quarter. I'm sorry. This is a big play here, and they put Shenault in the zone read. He's gonna look at this. This guy knows how to run the zone read, man. He's going to collapse he's going to collapse the end. I mean, he probably could have. I mean, if he would have handed it here, he probably would have gotten stopped. 38's going to make a pretty poor block out on the perimeter. Look at that. Got 26 on skates out there. And look, aggressive runner. That's what you like to see out of a runner with the ball in his hands, because he has vision. He knows he needs 2 yards, so of course he's going to try to get it to the sideline and get to the outside. He's going to try to read his blocker. I mean, if 38 makes a good block here and actually drives his defender, I mean, 2 might be gone. But he doesn't. He makes a pretty poor block, allows 2 to cut back inside. Laviska is going to make the good play here. Look, the defender wants to play what's called outside in. If you're outside leverage, if you're sealing the edge, you know your help's coming from the inside, so he needs to do this. Shenault sees the back turn, quickly plants his foot, tries to get to the boundary. We'll pick up some extra yards here. And then head first into the defender. My favorite part about everything he does, he's such an aggressive runner, and I think that that's going to really help the team and Minshew, going forward. Look, I love this pick. I was on the fence at first when I first saw it because I hadn't heard much about him going into it, but as I started to look at the film and seeing the things that he can do, I noticed that he might be a great fit here for Minshew. I mean, look at the receiver room. I mean, you're looking at DJ Chark, who runs that vertical well. He runs corners well. He runs the back shoulder well. Tyler Eifert runs the corners well, the quick hitches well. I mean, he's more of a slot receiver. D.D. Westbrook, I mean, maybe we can call it a down year for him last year, and that's why he had an off year. But there's potential for Shenault to move into that second wide receiver role and at least the third. So I think he'll be helping this team immediately. I think it's an upgrade to the offense. A lot of people had them pretty high. I mean, PFF had him, I think, in their top 20 on their big board. Great player. 2018 Shenault. If he would have had a repeat of 2018, legitimately the guy could have been in the Heisman conversation. No kidding. I thought we got a steal. College production doesn't always match NFL production. I mean, look at D.D. Westbrook. I mean, that guy was disgusting in college, and he's still trying to find his footing in the NFL. But thumbs up on Shenault. I like the draft pick. The more I look into this film, the more I think we might have hit a home run on this draft. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you appreciate the breakdown. Leave your comments and anything you want to let us know in the comments or on Twitter. You can tell us. We love cutting up film around here. We're going to try to do one for every draft pick. I wanted to start with Shenault because he was the most intriguing prospect to me because I didn't know anything about him. So be looking for more breakdowns. Give us feedback or guys that you want us to break down, maybe free agents or things like that. We're excited about the news of Chris Thompson and things like that added to the offense. It'll be exciting. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, go Jags.